Hop on over, everybody. The show is going to begin in about 3 minutes at 8:03. I hope that you're going to enjoy it. We're going to have an open forum discussion on anything you want to talk about tonight. So join in, have fun, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Hello, Michael. How are you? We're going to start in about three minutes. Yeah, I was there. I was there this morning. Yeah, I was in there. I had to watch my church and him at the same time. Hello, everybody. We are here. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. What's up, everybody? We are here. Michael's here. What I want to show you all, okay? I want to show you something that really irks me about this country we live in. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on a minute. This is ridiculous. Hold on a minute, everybody. We'll be right back in a few minutes. Hold on. All right. All right, I want to play this for you, everybody. This is from Forbes, and I want you to see this. This is what irritates me, everybody, about this. Okay, let me get down here to the bottom. It's loading up, but anyway, I want to mention this to all of you about. I usually don't talk politics on this channel, but we're going to show you exactly this. Okay, I want to share the screen here. Okay, let me share it. Yeah, I was there. I was in that live this morning when he did that. Okay, let me share the screen. Can everybody see that? Okay, let me get to the page here. I'll put the mute up in a minute.
The number of migrants caught crossing from Mexico into the United States spiked last month, leading some Republicans to accuse President Joe Biden of opening the southern border. But while the Biden administration has made it easier for kids and some families to enter the United States, the border is still largely closed for most migrants. In recent weeks, high-profile conservatives like RNC Chair Ronna McDaniel, House Minority Whip Steve Scalise, and Fox News host Sean Hannity have accused Biden of encouraging unauthorized immigration by pursuing an open border strategy. In reality, over 70% of people caught crossing into the United States last month, and almost 90% of single adults, were expelled to the other side of the border almost immediately after their arrests, a policy former President Trump initiated last year to prevent COVID-19 from spreading, meaning the border is still sealed off for many people. Some Democrats and immigration advocates have argued this rapid expulsion policy, known as Title 42, is unnecessary and makes claiming asylum far more difficult. But Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas has indicated he will not overturn it immediately. However, crossing the border has become more accessible for some groups. Most notably, Biden ended a Trump-era practice of expelling kids who cross the border alone, instead housing them in Border Patrol stations and government-run shelters. Biden has also allowed thousands of families caught crossing the border to stay in the country on a case-by-case basis, often releasing them into the United States on parole until their day in immigration court, though authorities still expelled many families. Plus, the administration is gradually admitting thousands of asylum seekers who were told to wait in Mexico for their court dates under a controversial Trump-era policy, a process unrelated to last month's spike in illegal crossings. 100,441. That's how many arrests U.S. Customs and Border Protection made on the southern border last month, a 28% jump from January and the highest figure since June of 2019. About 9,400 were unaccompanied minors, a 61% increase from January, over 19,000 crossed with family members, and 164% increase, and almost 72,000 were single adults, a 10% increase. Those figures include people who tried to cross multiple times in the same month.
I was
so the
there.
actual number of migrants
I was in that stream
is
this
likely
morning,
lower.
by the way.
Biden has spent his first months in office reversing many of Trump's hardline immigration policies. His administration has unwound restrictions on asylum, hemmed in immigration and customs enforcement's criteria for arrests, and attempted to pause most deportations, though a federal judge has halted the deportation freeze. Critics say this approach has left migrants with the impression that the border is now open, and some migrants have partly confirmed these suspicions, telling reporters Biden's more welcoming tone factored into their choice to try to cross into the United States now. Meanwhile, the administration argues this surge in migration has more to do with poverty and violence in migrants' home countries.
All right, everybody. How do you all feel about that? How do you all feel about the migrants coming over here? Just, he opened up the floodgates, more or less, and just right into the country. They're processing them and everything else. And so how do you all feel about that? Put your comments and questions in there. And we'll go from there. So what's everybody, how does everybody feel about that? Everybody feels different about it. Just put your questions and comments in there. And we'll go from there. So there you are. And we need a humane way to let them cross the border. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, that's true there. But I wish we had a better way of doing this, because they also want to give them vaccines and everything else. And I'm telling you. Why are we giving our vaccines to them when the country they came from has their own vaccine problems? The southern border. It's crazy. Absolutely, positively nuts. Hold on a minute. I thought I heard something. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. I'd like to bring up baseball. With C-19, we cannot. Yeah, I know, Michael. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'm telling you. Doesn't Mexico have their own C-19 problems? Don't they? Mexico and Canada have their own issues. I don't understand. I don't understand at all why. Why we have to allow the Mexican people to, or those immigrants to come over here willy nilly, and all that. If you, Michael, if you and I, for example, did the same thing that these migrants are doing and just walked over the Canadian border, ho, 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 there would be Border Patrol people there, Canadian and U.S., in about 30 seconds. Whoosh, you're gone. Get out of here. You're arrested. But no, they don't arrest these people that come over the southern border. Oh, no. They just let them come in. We do all the paperwork. Give them the vaccine. Boop, done. But if you and I, Michael, I'm telling you, if you and I, I'm just saying this in my perspective, if you and I walked over the southern border, that's walked into Mexico, God knows what'll happen to us. Same thing with the northern border. If you and I went to Minnesota, for example, okay, went to Minnesota, okay, we went to Minnesota, and I know, but so if you and I just went up to Minnesota to the northern border, I know. So if we went up to the northern border, during a nice summer day, parked in one of the border towns there in Minnesota, okay, we drove from Minneapolis, parked. Actually, we would get in the car and drive, and just park the car in that border town, and just packed our bags and walked over the border. We'd be back over here in 30 seconds. There'd be Canadian border people. There'd be U.S. border people all verging onto the border. Where are you going over here? Where's your passport? Where's this? Where's that? So we're not allowed to do it. We're not allowed to just walk over the northern border. And we just can't, the United States citizens can't just walk over the southern border. My friend and I were thinking about doing that. Flying out to Minnesota, going to one of those northern border towns, park the car, and start walking to the Canadians to the border, and see what would happen if we just, with our bags, with our passport, with our updated passport, and just slowly walk over the border to see what would happen if we went into Canada and just walked in. We'd have our passport in our pocket, our updated, brand new, just go from that border town and go and just walk up. What would happen if we did that? What? I'm just wondering what would happen if we did that. If a United States citizen, just with our updated passport and our luggage, and just tippy-toed over the northern border. What do you think would happen? God knows what would happen. We'd have the U.S. and Canadian border people coming over there and shoo, in about 30 seconds, and be, what are you doing over here? Wah. That's what would happen. That's crazy. That's what would happen exactly. It's nuts. But what can you do, I guess? If they're allowed to do it, why don't the hell we're allowed to do it? That's the problem. That's the problem right there, where we just we're not allowed to walk down there, but they can. So we're not going to stay on too long. I'm going to be on for an hour. Hopefully you'll still enjoy it. I have one viewer, but I don't care. So that's what I want. I want somebody to get on here and explain what would happen if we did that. If we walked over the southern border, okay, down in Mexico, what would happen to us? We just took our passport, our updated passport, put it in our pocket with our luggage in our hand, flew down to one of those border towns, and just toot, 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 over the border, just like they do coming over here. What do you think would happen to us if we did that? I'm guessing we'd be arrested. We would be effing arrested for that. Yes. So, somebody's going to do an experiment and try that, either on the Canadian part or the Mexican part, with their luggage and their newly updated passport, and just go boom, 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 and there you go. Yeah, that's true there. But Michael, what I'm trying to say is, if we took our passport, okay, put it in our pocket, carried our luggage, and did what the immigrants, the migrants do, we just walk over the border. There you go. And there you are. Boom, boom, boom. There you are. Done. I'd like to see what would happen if somebody did that. Just flew over to one of them border towns and just walked over the northern border into Canada. And nobody would know who we are, why we're here, why we're there. And all that sort of stuff. Nobody would know. Nobody would probably even care. Excuse me. They would just, and all of that. And now I want to get off that subject for a few minutes. I want to talk about, okay, you heard rumors about the T-Mobile Dish debacle or fight, where Dish wants to sue or take T-Mobile to court because of the 3G CDMA network they want to turn off, and it'll leave all the Boost customers without anything. But it's T-Mobile's network that Dish is using, leasing, renting, whatever you want to call it. I just heard that on another website earlier today. And everybody has these 3G flip phones. But there are 4G flip phones out there. So if anybody out there knows, I get shit from the U.S. government unless we have U.S. birth certificates. Ah, right. Michael, you're exactly right. Okay, so why do we have to go through, sorry to change the subject all of a sudden, but why do we have to go through a bunch of crap to get stuff from the U.S. government that we need? But when those immigrants come over here, they get vaccines, they get schooling for nothing. 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 They get that for nothing. That's what I cannot figure out. I cannot figure out why we have to go through all this mess, to get what we need. But when somebody from a foreign country comes over here, oh, well, welcome to the U.S. Here's some free money. Here's some free stuff. And you can live here for free and all that gizmo. It's crazy. Keep down. So that's what I don't understand. Weird, isn't it? Weird. Now, getting back to the Dish T-Mobile thing. Okay. What kind of incentive is Dish going to give their Boost customers when eventually T-Mobile is going to turn it off? So I agree with the other person that I was watching about it. The Boost customers are going to be SOL if Dish doesn't come up with something. Dish has got to come up with something, guys. I was talking on my Hats Live this morning about the same thing. And, I was talking about it this morning on my Haps Live. Just go over to Haps TV / Gene Giuliani Jr. And you can see the discussion Michael and I had this morning about cell phone carriers and the unlimited cell phone plans. Yes, there you go. There you go, Michael. Food stamps. That's what they're getting for nothing. We have to apply for it. We have to go through a bunch of hoops to get food benefit, cash aid, housing, medical, schooling. We got to go through all these hoops to get that. But when a foreign person comes over here to live over a border, they don't pay for it. That's just it. And we were talking on my Hats Live this morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time about, I like the fact that there's unlimited cell phone plans out there. I was showing the $60 plan from Metro, which includes Google One and Amazon Prime. I like the fact that you can just turn the phone on and it's bing, bang, boom, it's there. That's what we were discussing this morning. But here, I want to finish up this conversation with Michael. And Michael, you will not be banned. You will not be thrown out of here just because we're talking about it, okay? I don't know if YouTube's going to like it too much. But that's a different story altogether. But that's what I don't understand. I hope there's no liberals at YouTube that are going to say, man, we should allow them over here and we should let them come in here and steal all our benefits, food benefit, cash aid, housing, medical, free health insurance, and all that stuff to them. But you don't see any other country doing that. Like if you go into Canada, for example, I don't know how that works up there, but I'm just guessing that you will go into Canada, and if you're a foreign person that just walks over the border like they do for us, you'll probably get nothing from the Canadian government. You're SOL if you're an immigrant from the United States and just walk over the northern border. The Canadian government won't give you crap. Okay? They won't give you crap because you're SOL. But our country is so nice and so generous that they're going to go ahead and give these migrants everything. It's been going on for years and years, even before I was born. When I was born in the Nixon era. I was born when President President Nixon, I forget what his first name is, and they were allowing come over here and all that stuff. President Richard Nixon, yes. President Richard Nixon. So there you go, and it just isn't fair, everybody. It's just not fair to the residents that live here, work, breathe, and bust their butt behinds at their jobs every single day of the week, 7 days a week for some people, and bring home what they can in money. People are losing their homes from this pandemic. They're losing their jobs. And these migrants are coming over the border and they're getting all this stuff. This is what they're getting. And Michael's correct on this. Yes, it's a shame. We have hard-working American people who were born and raised in this country. And all of a sudden, these migrants come over here and the U.S. government is giving them all this damn stuff. Right. You got it. You are exactly right, Michael. When I applied for Medicaid here in Delaware, I had to do all that. Yes. I had to show my driver's license, social security card, proof of income, all that stuff. But you see these migrants coming over here. They've been doing it for God knows how long. Oh, we'll give you free health care. We'll give you free this. All over that. It makes me so upset. And, that's crazy. If anybody else out there wants to chime in, you're more than welcome to chime in if you want to. I'll put the invite link in here. And you can pop in if you'd like to. There we go. All you Twitter Live people, it's up there. Yeah, tell me about it. You have to go through all these hoops to get what we need to get. But for everybody, for all these migrants and people, no, you're going to get free this, free that, free this, free that. And everything else. And it's crazy. It's absolutely MF crazy. It is absolutely nuts. Nuts. So, yeah. Hold on one second, everybody. I'll be right. That's what I don't understand, everybody. Okay, they're allowing they're allowing these migrants to come over here come over here and do all that stuff and everything else, and it's awful. So that's all we're going to talk about on that. Now back to the Boost Mobile, back to the Dish T-Mobile thing. I want to bring this up here if I can find it on here. Dish. Oh, this is what I want to show you. This is what I was showing on my Haps Live earlier today. Mid-Atlantic Sports Network and NBC Regional Sports Networks removed from Dish TV and Sling. Okay, this is what I want to show. This is what I was showing this morning. Okay, on my Hats Live. I want to share the screen with all of you about this. Okay, this is what I want to show. Bing, bang, boom. I'm going to be off at 9. Chrome. Okay, bam. Boom. Okay, there we go. Can everybody see that? Okay. Now, this is what I cannot figure this out either. Okay. This was 2 days ago. Okay. Dish is going to be removing the NBC regional sports networks. This was removed and Mid-Atlantic Sports Network for those Washington Nationals fans, the Washington football team, the Capitals, and the National Baseball will not be there anymore. They removed Mid-Atlantic Sports Network and NBC Regional Sports Networks from Dish and Sling TV on the 31st of March. And with this affecting access in 10 states and Washington, D.C. Now, with this removal, Dish customers will no longer have access to the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network, and Dish TV and Sling customers no longer have access to NBC Sports Washington, NBC Sports Bay Area, and NBC Sports California. Okay, this guy named Brian Nealon, he is the group president at Dish TV. Okay, there you go. And so there you go. And Dish says that they're going to be doing an Open RAN based 5G broadband network. Dish Network, okay, this is first cloud native, okay? So there you go. And so anybody out there who is a Boost customer can are probably fed up and PO'd at Dish for it's like starting a war, more or less. Starting a war with T-Mobile and allowing them to fight against each other. But Dish does not own the network yet. They don't have their own network. So that's the problem. That's the problem. Dish does not own the network. So why is Dish being so poo-poo about it, They're being so poopy about it. They're being so poo-poo about it. Dish says, the Boost customers aren't going to have nothing, blah, 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 blah. With all that stuff, crazy. It's kind of nuts. So that's what I would like to know. What's going on with that. And I think, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I know there's another YouTuber out there, Max Tech Studios, who's talking about the T-Mobile. Him and Tech were talking about the T-Mobile mess. And I agree with him that Mike Sievert may be kapooied. Maybe T-Mobile is not living up to the agreement that they signed with Dish. I know. Tell me about it. Yeah, because Sneed did a live stream on that last night, and it's crazy. Boost is a mess. Now they've got Ting, which was, and you remember, Michael, this morning we discussed that. And Ting was owned by two cows, and they sold the wireless part to Dish. And then about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they bought Republic Wireless. And now Dish is going to make is going to probably have Ting be a disaster like Boost is, and be a disaster like, and going to have Republic messed all up. They're going to put all that on T-Mobile's network. And then all of a sudden, when T-Mobile switches over to 5G or 4G or whatever they're going to switch it over to, all those Boost customers, but I'm not saying all of them have a CDMA phone. Maybe most of them probably upgraded by now or left. Who knows? Who knows if a lot of the Boost customers probably jumped or left? Probably. I don't know. They probably left, disappeared, and went somewhere else that's more reliable. And I feel bad for all those Ting people and all those Republic customers. Oh, boy. All those Republic customers who, now the Republic customers have to deal with all the Dish crud. Now the Republic customers and the Ting customers, they've got to deal with all that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's awful. Comes with, and I wouldn't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be surprised, everybody, if the FCC and the DOJ get involved with this fight between Dish and T-Mobile. I wouldn't be surprised if the FCC allows Dish to just give Boost to them. Give Boost to them and have all those Boost customer care people who are in some other country somewhere, wherever they are at. I don't think they are going to bring Boost customer care to Inglewood, Colorado, because then Dish will have to build a whole other building to house, built a whole other building to house the Boost customer care, the Ting customer care, and the Republic customer care. But I used to have Ting, and Ting customer care told me that they're staying in Canada. So for the foreseeable future, they're staying where they are. But doesn't Ting have to follow Canadian cellular phone rules? I don't know if the Canadian government has their own way of saying, okay, you have to follow this because you're a Canadian company and you're based in Canada someplace, and you have to follow the cellular phone rules in our country. But what I don't understand is if Ting is based in Canada, okay, do they have to follow both sides of the border? They have to follow the FCC here and whatever the cellular regulation up there? I'm kind of confused on that. Republic is based in North Carolina. I know that for a fact because I had their service. So Republic is based in North Carolina. So I guess they're owned now by Dish, but Republic still is probably going to operate just the way they are. They do Wi-Fi calling. I had them for a while. They were pretty good. And if Wi-Fi is not available where you're going to, then the regular cellular network pops on, and I think they use T-Mobile. Boo. Anyway, boo. I shouldn't be saying boo. I shouldn't say boo. But I shouldn't say boo. Good evening, everybody. I shouldn't say boo. I shouldn't say boo, because T-Mobile is pretty good. I should not say boo. I shouldn't say it, but T-Mobile's really pretty good when it comes to, well, I just don't think their network is in my view, it crashes all the time here. So got 2 watching. That's pretty good. It's okay, but Metro is a great company. I want to tell you that right now. Metro is a great company to have, a great company to use. I want to tell you right now, I love it. $60 a month. It includes everything. Unlimited talk, text, 15 GBs. Yeah. But I'm not a fan of T-Mobile either, but that's what Metro uses, so I'm stuck with it apparently. So it comes with 15 GBs of hotspot. It comes with a Google One, which I don't use. It comes with Amazon Prime, which I transferred my old Prime to the new one, and now I don't have to pay for it. It comes through the phone bill. And I get a lot of goodies, the T-Mobile Tuesdays, which I'm a big baseball fan. So I get to watch MLB TV for free for this season, which is good and wonderful. I can watch it on MLB.com or the MLB app. T-Mobile has its good parts and bad parts. I'm not a fan of T-Mobile either. But that's what Metro uses. So I have nothing to say. I can't say anything. T-Mobile work perks. So there you go with that. But there's no way that T-Mobile and AT&T has stepped up its game too much. Yeah, AT&T and Verizon. See, I'm not a tech expert, Michael, as you know. So it is a shame that I feel that T-Mobile needs to do some upgrading. But apparently, see, I'm on 5G right now. I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to show you the live stream that we're doing right now. Okay, let me get the camera on. Okay, let me show this to you up the top there. If you can all see that. That's me. There we go. Now you see that 5G there? There you go. That's the 5G T-Mobile. Okay, that's it there. And you see 5G, how almost full that is? There. Now, you see how full that is? Well, there you go. In about, another hour or two, it's going to go and go off. And it's going to go to 4G. And it's going to go to 3G. And it's going to go back to 4 and then back to 5 again. It's crazy. But anyway, excuse me. That's true there. But I agree. I was reading another website today about these cell phone companies. And one of them said that Verizon tends to be a little bit pricey. My whole extended family, brother-in-law, sister, niece, mom, dad, stepfather, they all have Verizon. And they seem to like it. They don't mind paying whatever it is. But I don't like Verizon. I like the quality of Verizon, but they to me, this is just my views. Okay, the views expressed here on this show do not necessarily represent those of T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, or Mr. Michael. Okay, so. So T-Mobile needs to get going here, because I just can't keep having over and over and over and over and over again this thing bounce all over the place. And I want to keep it on automatic because eventually it's going to stay on 5G, which I just showed you all a few minutes ago. Let me show you again one more time. If you just tuned in here, let me go down here to the bottom. You see, I'll get up close here. You see there the 5G right there. This is Newark, Delaware's. You see that right there. That is the 5G we have here. But then, in about 20 to 30 minutes from now, that is going to go bloop. You know, it's going to go bloop, and that's the end of that. So, I'm just saying this in my view, and this is how I feel about this. Okay, T-Mobile is not paying me, or Metro not paying me to say this stuff. But what I am trying to, I'm not a tech expert. You all know that out there. So these are just my views on this, okay? But I probably think a lot of people out there who have Metro, okay, are probably having the same and have the same phone. The N10 5G from OnePlus is probably having the same bouncing around problems as I'm having. So there you go. You know, and it's crazy. Yeah, Michael, I agree with you on that one. They have the best network, so choose one of their MVN. Yeah, because AT&T is not bad, okay? AT&T is not bad for me. I'm just talking about experience. That's my experience. These are the carriers that I have had over the years. I've had AT&T postpaid and prepaid. I've had Verizon prepaid and postpaid. I've had T-Mobile postpaid and prepaid. I had Metro before T-Mobile. Metro, I want to tell you, Metro before T-Mobile was horrible. I mean, their network was, ugh. Back before T-Mobile came along, oh my God. It was, I had a little teeny tiny LG bar phone, and it was orange, black on one side, and orange on the other. It was about, let me tell you, it was about this big. Yeah, that big. And it was a little teeny tiny, it was back in 2004. Yeah. Yeah. It was called Metro PCS. But Metro PCS really hasn't changed much. Hold on. They really changed much, except that they're now owned by somebody, like a big conglomerate. And they're now offering some new stuff. And T-Mobile was also showing a few days ago the new Motorola Ace 5G, which is now available on Metro now. I mean, now available on T-Mobile. T-Mobile. And I still agree that Verizon is pricey. Excuse me. AT&T I don't think is. I don't think AT&T is pricey, but I think Verizon is a little bit expensive. When it comes to their plans. You know, $65 a month for unlimited prepaid. For some people, they can afford that, and some people can't. Excuse me again. Some people can't. The people that can like it. People that can't don't come over there and get it. You know? So there you go. Okay, hold on, copied. All right, and so That's why I left Verizon Prepaid, and I'm really enjoying Metro. I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking it. I'm dealing with it. And it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So those of you that want to go to Metro by T-Mobile, the 60, I'm going to put this in here. Hold on. The 60 plan, okay, $60 plan on Metro by T-Mobile. Okay, I'm going to show that to you. Let me go here to the Metro. Okay, I'm going to go to Metro by T-Mobile. Okay, and we're going to go over here and we're going to show you the $60 plan. Okay, all right, here we go. Let it load up here. Okay, plans. Let me go to the plans here. Then I'll share the screen as soon as the plans pop up. Okay. As soon as the plans pop up, we're going to show you to share the screen here. And I've shared this before, but I want to show you exactly what I got. So you can all try this out. This is just my view on this. Okay. This is my view. All right. This is from experience. Okay, this is just experience. Okay, again. All right, and Michael's with Consumer Cellular, so I know he's happy with that. But this is what I got, and I'm kind of happy with this. Okay. It says fine grade plans for phone, connected devices, and promotion that can't be beat. All Metro plans include access to T-Mobile 5G network, no extra cost. Select plans include Amazon Prime, Google One, and more. And here's what you get. I just said it a little while ago. You get 15 GBs of hotspot data, 4 lines for $120. Okay. And you get automatic backup, expanded storage, and more with Google One, 100 gigabytes. And Amazon Prime, which I switched my original Amazon with this, so I don't have to pay for it anymore. It comes out of the phone bill. Okay? All right. We got 5 minutes left of the show. I can't believe it went by so fast. So it went by so fast, ladies and gentlemen. It's crazy, you know? So yeah, we got 5 minutes left. Then we're gonna end it. So Michael is happy with Consumer Cellular, and I haven't heard anything from the about the new ownership of them. But all right, I'm gonna end it now. So I want to thank everybody for coming in. Michael, I want to thank you. And I'll be back on Tuesday for another edition of Community Live. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. Have a great evening. Happy Easter. Goodbye.